As we know, Malaysia is a multi-ethnic country with a predominantly Muslim populations, stems from racial preferences embodied in social and economic policies. It's also widespread, public, displayed, and accepted. Every people in this country are maintain their respective identities. For example, Muslim will always pray 5 times a day, and the Chinese will burn yellow paper to drive away spirit during the ghost month according to belief. It's also maintaining different values, cultures, and ideas among groups of society. However, racial issues have led to selfishness, racial issues, and interracial imbalance in shaping the country towards a peaceful and harmonious nation. I think every people in the world deserves to be given all society regardless of race, religions, and culture.
Abstract. First, racism is a social problem that must be addressed, and secondly, the government and the country will be looked down upon by the other countries. That means the government has failed to settle the racism problem that often occur. Thirdly, action must be taken from all aspects to prevent the racism problem. And finally, the country and society will live in peace at that time if the racial problem does not occur. Our objective to investigate the racism among the society. Methodology. First, the design of a study is the result of a study that is linked to the question or objective of the study. And secondly, the method used is a library method taken from reading in books, blogs, and the internet to obtain relevant information.
Individual or internalized racism is one of the racism types. This racism exists within individuals when one holds negative ideas about his or her own culture, even if they are unknowingly. Xenophobic feelings or one's internalized sense of privilege are two examples of individual or internalized racism. Other than that, interpersonal racism, also the type of racism that occurs between individuals. It is the holding of negative attitudes towards a different race or culture. Interpersonal racism often follows a victim or a perpetrator model.
One of the signs of racism is presumption of racism in members of their own race. Racists typically expect members of their own race to be similarly racist. This often results in expectation of preferential treatment and they expect, for example, a member of their race to see the humor in racist jokes or join them in what, but for the rest of the victim would be seen as morally reprehensible behavior. The second one is condescending attitudes or behavior. Racists show condescending attitudes towards members of other races. For this reason, they often try to use even members of the race which they despise to attack members of that race, which cause them most offense. They believe that these other members of the victimized race will collaborate because of the magnanimity which the racist is showing in momentarily treating them as members of the superior race.
There are a few ways to fight against racism. One of it is by law. We can use law as a threat to people who normalize racism in their life. We can put heavy punishment such as huge amount of compounds or long-term jail to scare them. When they are scared of the punishment, they will stop to normalize racism in their life. Second is lead by example. Parents can show some good example to their son. They can show to their son that racism is not a good thing. They can teach their son to respect another race or religion. Start from their son is a kid. We also can lead by example. We can show some good example to our relative. We can show them that we can be friends even if we are in different race or religion. We can keep going showing this good example until all people around us can normalize the good. On third is campaign. The government or NGO can launch campaign to fight against racism. The campaign can be used to explain to the society about the racism, to tell the society that racism is not a good thing and we need to stop it. From this campaign, government or NGO also can use influencers such as a footballer, singer or artist to gain interest in society about the campaign, so the campaign can be spread out more effectively. Next is socialize. We can socialize. Ask them who be so racist to try to socialize. Because when we socialize, we can see that there are no different of us as a human, even though we are different in race or religion. Every race or religion have good and bad people in it. So, when we socialize, we will understand that there is no such thing as bad race or religion. It's always that individual who doing bad. So, there is no need for such thing as racist.
So, in conclusions, racial unity and harmony is important. The state needs unity from all sections of society regardless of religion and race. Every people in the world perform their respective duties and responsibilities, always concerned with unity and peaceful country. The resultant harmony is a privilege and also an attraction for foreign investors to invest in our country. So, every society must install a dream so that all races can live united in a society that consists of various races, religions, and culture. All participants must refrain from using words that can hurt the heart and feelings of other races in order to maintain the unity and harmony of the Malaysian family.